Hello YouTube, and welcome to the Bullet Outdoors YouTube channel. Today we are on Middle St Vrain, and we're going to meet up with Coney Flats. This trail is known for several water crossings, but seeing a report online that a lot of the water crossings are lower than normal. So we'll see, but you're known to get pretty wet on this trail. And as you'll notice, we've got some additional cameras. So the front view is a GoPro Hero 6, and the cockpit view, there you are, is a 2018 GoPro Hero. We'll still have the Drift Ghost on the helmet cam, and I'll be running all audio through the Drift. I'll do a separate video talking about why I did what I did with the cameras and the placement and whatnot. But today we're going to focus on this trail. Again, it's known for its water crossings, not so much for rock crawling or anything like that. It's not really a high-speed trail. It's a system of trails that meets up with Bunt School Road. You'll see a separate video I've done on Bunt School Road. Video's entitled When She Wants to Run and I Want to Raise Her. It shows the majority of Bunt School Road, Trail 105, and the T-33 plane crash. After the intersection of Bunt School Road and the T-33 plane crash, you come down a series of switchbacks and down into the campground of Camp Dick. And you drive through Camp Dick, which is kind of odd, I'll say. You drive through Camp Dick, and then you meet up with this one, Middle St Vrain. So it makes for a nice day connecting all three trails. So it's Middle St Vrain, we'll meet up with Coney Flats. It's a really neat trail with a huge water crossing in the middle. And I hear the water level is fairly low on that one, which is going to be a bummer for this particular video. But normally the water level, it'll come through pretty high up. More often than not, as you get to the other side of the water crossing, you have to open up your drains to get all the water out. It's a fun one. And Coney Flats ends up at Beaver Reservoir. And you have a really nice view of the Twin Peaks. So if you're into photography, that's a pretty neat one to come out on. So as I said, I'm going to run all audio through the Drift. I think the audio in the Drift is superior to the GoPro. And besides the GoPro, you have to run that weird adapter. So we'll see. Again, I'll do a separate video on the placement here and how I attach those. And we'll see when the video plays back just how good that attachment was. Yeah, the water level is definitely low. I'll definitely say I'm interested in the different view between being front mounted right behind the mirror there and the helmet cam. The perception of speed. I have to say, this section seems rockier than normal. Maybe the winter just tore it up. I've noticed that on a couple other trails that winter wasn't too kind. It really tore it up. Still running 15, 16 PSI in the Tusk Terrabite tires. I have almost 900 miles now. And off the top of my head, I'm not sure how many miles are on the Tusk Terrabites now. But I'd say the traction, yeah, I'd say good, not great. They seem to do fairly well. I wish I could run around 12 PSI or so. Not too far to the turnoff for Coney Flats. All right, here's the turn for Coney Flats. One thing I like about the Boulder Ranger District is they sign, you know, they have way more signs than Larimer County and Canyon. So, there you go. 507, Coney Flats. Beaver Reservoir, 5 miles. Yee. Let's do this. So Coney Flats, you have a decent rock crawl, so to speak, until you get to the big water crossing, and then after that you have quite a few mud puddles and water crossings on the way to Beaver Reservoir. Currently 7:30 in the morning. And I'm asked several times, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, or just out and about, why I go so early. Number one, there's nobody out. There's nobody out here. All by myself. I have the trail all to myself. I don't have to worry about traffic and dust and anything like that. Number two, I do a lot of photography. I don't do it as a profession or anything. I just enjoy it. And the best time to photograph scenes and landscape is either sunrise or sunset. So a lot of times you'll see like different cuts and videos, and basically I'm stopping to photograph something or to take a leak. But that's the reason I go so early, is those two reasons. So based on my memory and the fact that my other machine was a 1000S, these Tusk Terrabites seem to be climbing fairly well compared to the GMC Kahunas that I had on the previous machine. I definitely like having a truck style tire compared to like a mud inspired tire like the ITP Mega Mayhems that I had on my RZR 800. Those tires I never got a pinch flat or a puncture, but I popped the bead a lot, which was odd. And I almost think I'd blame the rims than I do the actual tire in that particular situation. So as I come through here, one thing you're going to notice on this camera is I don't wear the harnesses probably as much as I should. I don't know. Like I said, when I'm doing photography, you know, you see a scene, you hit the brakes, take a picture, and you go. That's a lame reason, but that's what it is, basically. My reasoning for the harnesses is if I'm doing severe rock crawling or super high speed, like Hillpecker or Pratt Creek, or in situations like later today, on my way back down, I'll probably put the harnesses on just in case you come around a corner and you can have a head-on collision. So that's kind of my reasoning for the harnesses or a seatbelt. My bad. There's my little disclaimer. As an extension of my thoughts on the tires, comparing the rock crawling capabilities of the 1000 and the XP, it's hard to say. But here we come to the first biggest major crossing. Got a nice little area here. Yeah, is it anywhere deep as it usually is? Normally your boots and socks are just completely soaked. We hardly have any water in here. That's a bummer. Early morning hikers. Like before we made that big water crossing, that cyclist wanted to take a leak. Dumbass. I was just about to say, you don't want to hit these puddles too fast because there's some hidden rocks underneath many of them. You can really mess up your rig. I noticed that keyboard commandos on some of my videos. Dude, you're going so slow. Dude, you can hit that faster. Dude. I think one is this camera doesn't perceive speed as quickly as you really are. I think it slows things down. And not that that's an excuse. And two, they're just not on these trails. I think most of the people that are saying that aren't from around here. Like my one video, I can only go so fast up that one rock crawl. But anyway, haters gonna hate. There is a UTV rental around here somewhere, and we'll encounter them on our way back down, especially on Bunt School Road. They're easy to spot because they have big yellow placards on the front and back of their machines. They have Rangers and RZRs, mostly. I think there's a few Hondas. I have no idea where that rental place is, where they're coming from. So again, I guess my ADD is catching up to me or something, but before we did the big Coney Flats, I want to say Coney Flats crossing, I was talking about the climbing abilities of the 1000S versus the XP. It's really tough to say, man. I think you have to run a section with the one machine. God damn it. You have to run the section with one machine and then come back and do it again with the other one. It's really, really, god dang it. You have to really do them side by side or back to back. Based on memory, I think on this section of the trail, the XP is smoother. It certainly seems that way. But I think when it's really, really technical, it almost seems like the 1000S or the S chassis seems to climb better. But again, I have to do it back to back. Like say either this particular trail or like Moody. Yeah, Moody would be a good kind of test bed to do back to back at the rock quarry. Out of all my years off-roading various vehicles, I've never really gotten punctures. Pinch flats. for sure. And those ITP Mega Mayhems on those Remington wheels, I popped the bead a lot. I was definitely impressed with the bighorns that I had on here in the winter. Excellent snow traction for sure. And the way the voids of the tread blocks are, I can see those tires getting punctures a lot more than other tires, especially truck-inspired tires. But they rode smoother. Had pretty good traction too. So I don't know. They should come out with 32s and bighorns. Kind of surprised they haven't. They have 30s. Especially guys with these stock wheels. If they did like a 39 or a 39 and a half and then like a 30-10, 30-10 and a half for the rears, have a staggered wheels, staggered tires, I think that'd be look pretty cool. I will admit, aesthetically, the staggered tires looks way cool on a RZR. I think it looks way better than having all four same size wheels, same size tires. The rears look like pizza cutters, pizza slicers, no matter what you do. So far on Coney Flats, there's been slightly less water crossings. There should have been one there, should have been one right here. They said we got slightly less snowpack compared to previous years. And the other thing I'm noticing, the trails are a lot dustier than previous years as well. The dust on Pratt Creek is insane. I couldn't believe that. It might be super dorky, but I kind of wish there was a flip down visor. Wow, usually there's water down in there. Man. Crazy. So again, my motivation really for doing these videos is that there isn't a lot on YouTube of these trails. As I was younger, you know, you just hit the trails and you go. Never had GPS or a map. Didn't really care about the history. Wow, my ADD is kicking in. There's usually way more water in there. That is crazy. Okay, yeah, it is officially low. Anyway, you just hit the trails, you go. Never really carried maps, didn't really care about history so much. But as I travel these trails more and more, I'm more interested in the history behind them. I'm more interested in kind of point by point what's going on. So it's kind of the motivation behind it. There isn't a lot out there, especially when it comes to ATVs and UTVs. I wonder if back in the day you were able to drive that way. It's a fairly new sign. That could have been from the flood damage in 2013. They still have not reopened Left Hand Canyon. That's probably one of the most popular trails in northern Colorado. A lot of politics behind that. So that's the unfortunate thing of Colorado. They'll look for any reason to close a trail. So when the water level is normal, there should be some fairly deep water crossings coming up. But given the situation so far, I bet either they're going to be a slight puddle or nothing at all. They are the kind of puddles that if you've never been on this trail before, you know, and never seen it on video, so to speak, that when you come up onto it, you don't know how deep it is. That's the kind of puddles they are. Which is kind of neat. Yeah, this was a good sized water puddle. Wow. Hikers. Here we are. Beaver Reservoir. That pretty much does it for Coney Flats and Middle St Vrain. Those are the Twin Peaks there. So that will do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed having all three cameras. You up there behind the rear view mirror, and this one on the helmet. So this has been Bullet Outdoors. If you like what I do, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time. Coming from Beaver Reservoir, Coney Flats, and Middle St Vrain, and a 2018 Polaris RZR XP Turbo. This has been Bullet Outdoors. Peace.